Hello there, my name is PolishLynx. Welcome back to Raising Angels Reborn. And so we are going. Captain Overall leads me to a spot on the far edge of calm. The soil is disturbed and I can see where she was digging. Was she secretly looking for a bone? If she was, she found me one. A datapad lies half buried in the soil. The corner of the rectangular tablet just out. I can only assume that Captain Moonfall was pulling it out when she realized I should do it. You were very smart to leave the excavation to me. We don't want to risk damaging it. That's not it. That isn't dirt staining the screen. Curiosity gets the better of me, so I skip safely following Prochorus and pull it out without being delicate. She's right, the dirt stain is far too red to be from this soil. Perhaps I found it on another planet. If I found it somewhere with red sand, or... That makes no sense. Why would they dig it up one place just to bury it in another? It wouldn't have a splotchy pattern like it has now if it was from soil. Could it be blood? Dried up blood? It smells like it. Blood, but whose? Why? Who'd bury a blood-covered datapad? How deep was it? Barely under the surface. I was looking for more signs of disturbed ground, but none of the others had anything buried in them. Drats. Still, we might be able to pull something useful from this one. We shouldn't stay here. What do you mean? We need to do a full scan of the area. It's possible that we may find the fate of our missing researchers. There's something wrong here. Very wrong. The land. My father always told me to listen to the IDHAS. If you can't hear them, he said, you should run. Even though I've got slightly worrisome feeling, I don't feel anything like Surya Moonfollow are talking about. Still, I would be unwise to ignore the advice of my crew. Everyone, gather up. We'll head back to Nimross and investigate this datapad there further. Don't tell me you are getting cold feet because of a spooked puppy who can't handle a little blood. I can. Major, please listen to us. We need to go now. Darkness is settling. That's just a storm cloud. You can't seriously think you are going to dissolve because you are so sweet. So, our security officer just said they don't feel safe here anymore. We are going. Fine. I look at the storm clouds off in the distance. I don't like retreating from mystery, but if my crew is to trust in me, I must trust in them. Besides, I've got a potential clue. I brush off the remaining specks of dirt from the tarnished silver casing. My little enigma must have something important on it. It has to. Someone tried hiding this one. I can only hope it was a researcher who didn't want whatever got the other computers. It must be someone who knows the truth can never die. People don't murder others over old trinkets and ruins. Something important was here. Perhaps something dangerous. Command wouldn't have sent me after old pottery. A weapon maybe? A weapon is something people would kill over. A weapon is worth sending out a sight of. A weapon. Could there have been an ancient weapon of mass destruction buried on these grounds? Have we disturbed the grounds of mystery best left unsolved? Suri lightly grips my shoulder, bringing me back to reality. Sorry, everyone, pull out. As I step out of the shuttle airlock, I can't help but feel a little happy. It almost feels like returning home after a long day at work. Actually, I think that is what it is. Heh, I never really thought about it. This ship is my home now. The commander should hear about our discoveries. I'm going to report in to her before I tear this thing apart. Go on ahead, I need to word with Lieutenant Suri. Huh? So, it was my decision to come back home. I know and I accept it. I just need to talk to her about something work related. Alright, don't be too long. This will be quick. Do you think she'll be alright with him? Tell the commander that I got moved over my boots. I'll be there shortly. I'll go tell her. Thanks. I barely make it 10 feet before Saul's deep voice booms out. Lieutenant, what were you thinking out there? Thoughts? That's what most people think. Let me make myself a little more clear. When I look up from my investigation, do you know what I saw? The sun, a bird, Natalie. If you knew what was good for you, you would stop talking. I saw you, Lieutenant, staring off into space when she was on duty. I wasn't staring off into space. I swear, Major. Okay, the forest. I don't care where you were staring, it wasn't at any of your security equipment. Let me be clear, I barely tolerate your constant accidental assaults, your lax behavior, and your disrespect. I somehow managed to master the strength each day not to write all of that paperwork. But when we finally have a real use for you, the last thing I imagined you doing was just standing there with your mouth open. You keep telling me how you want to be a real warrior. I am. Then what the hell were you doing out there? The whole team was in danger because of your actions. I had it under control. Why can't you trust me? Mind your tone. Sir, I wasn't zooming out or whatever you think it might have been. And what were you doing, Lieutenant? I was sensing the wind. What? With my wings I can detect the slightest vibrations in the air, which allows me to detect any threat long before it gets close to us. That's amazing. You think so? Of course, how anyone could be so remarkably stupid proves that we could have not hit the bottom of the barrel. It's true! I don't doubt that you believe in your freaky mutant superpower. However, can you tell me what this is? It's my sensor monitor. And what does it do? It allows me to monitor my sensor that I place around our camp, sir. And now I am sir again. You know what I'm going to say, don't you? That I should have relied upon my sensor per regulation, sir. I know it is pointless to say, but if you know that, I shouldn't have to remind you. Don't slack at the next site. I'm counting on you to protect us. Yeah, sir. And watch where you put those talents of yours. You smashed a couple of bottles at the site that I was going to inspect. Sol looks exasperated, but I'm on the fence if I should support him. True, Zuri needs to follow her checklist, but having a second layer of defenses is smart. What if Zuri's method had detected something that sensor couldn't read? But what if Zuri missed something on her sensors and we got attacked? Both of them are alright. I want to move it to support them and end this, but I can't undermine the Nimross's executive officer when he is setting his standards. All I can do is support them both and hope they someday see that they both could have been right or wrong today. Hey. You seem to hold up pretty well. He must have been in a good mood today. He actually yelled at me for something other than being a lizard. I'm sorry. It's not your fault. Besides, a good warrior doesn't let pretty insults get under her skin, she says as she brushes away something that glistened from the corner of her eye. Still, her ability to bounce back is admirable. If it makes you feel better, I didn't feel like I was in my danger with you there. I felt like we were in danger. It was like the land was crying out in anger at our arrival. Land crying out. I have to check the shuttle's external audio recorders to see if there was something I didn't hear. Hey, Nat, thanks for standing up for me out there. Don't look so surprised. Wow, what did you think I was going to do? Call you lizard brain and ignore your recommendations? We're good friends with so yeah? Just because we're friends doesn't mean we see eye to eye on everything. I trust him, Zuri, but I trust you as well. You trust me? I've never heard that before. What? Most people only say that they can trust me to screw things up. I'm going to be the best warrior there is. You can count on me, Nat. People trust her to screw things up. Well, I meant that I can trust her because she's a fellow soldier. No, Zuri seems so passionate. I want to have faith in her. It would be ill of me not to give her my full support. Let's go back. I'll show you. I'll fight the evil storm threatening to destroy you. How about we go report in the commander before she becomes an evil storm herself? Roger. I like her. It's good to have a kind, good-spirited security officer. Victory and promotions are assured. Ma'am, Major Puccile report. I found escape trails for the shuttles. Welcome back, Major. I found all 5 of their escape trails to throw us off. I bet you didn't find anything. I've already heard your story, Lieutenant. But she hasn't. I bet you are regretting not sending me along now, aren't you? My camp was abandoned. It didn't appear to be ransacked, but we were unable to locate any documentation or electronic devices. See, you should have had the real hero go with. Except for this datapad. We found it covered in dried blood and buried in dirt. Captain Moonfall was the one to find it. Excellent work. I also want to commend you on the hasty retreat. The storm you spotted appears to have grown in strength. Our sensors are reporting weather strong enough to prevent takeoffs. So much for going back there now. That storm. It could have been dangerous. But was that a simple coincidence or a sign of something more sinister? Tsuri looked disturbed, her frank smile from earlier being replaced by a restless look of distress. I am going to bring her with me from now on. Even if she was wrong, she's got a good sense for the weather. I'd rather not be trying to search a site in a hurricane. Let me see that. Not so fast. Let me see that. I meant I haven't done an in-depth investigation on it yet. We don't know the secrets it may contain. Power on. We should be doing this in a controlled location. It needs a password. Did you think to find that? Give it back. I snatched out of the rude kitsune's hands before she has a chance to inflict any further potential harm. If you will excuse me, madam, I'll report it in once I determine what sort of secret it may contain. Well, we do what? Sit on our thumbs? I already told you I have the locations of 5 outbound shuttles. Then follow one of them. I'll give you a better idea of where I want to go after I work on this. Fine. Fine. This is not fine. This is actually dangerous, unlike the storm we ran from. Trust in her soul. I do trust in Natalie. If she thinks that we should continue forward while she works on the device, why can you not support her decisions? Because he doesn't trust any of us. Never mind them, my dear. Let us return to the lab and begin our work. No. I want to help. You do? Alright, let's get cracking. I'll get us to the sites where Star thinks the runaway shuttles went. You can count on me. Us. Thanks, I want it now. Well, too many people. I'm not nervous with all 3 of you hovering over my shoulder. This is boring. Make something happen. It takes a while for my program to work. It takes a few hours before we can pull all of the encrypted data off. If you will pardon me, I must do an inventory of our supplies, my dear. I got as well. Bye. Hey, go ahead and leave. I can tell you are bored out of your mind as well. Aren't you bored as well? No way, there's too much mystery behind this. I want to be here the second this finishes. You're so motivated. I'm annoyed is more like it. Try as I might, there aren't enough clues to build any sort of case. My report by command is going to sound so weak and pathetic. I can feel my promotion slipping through the cracks, but I'm going to let it. How about you show me how to play Candy Shop? We need to focus on the job at hand. You look like you are about to tear your hair out. I am. Maybe you just need to think about it in a different way. By playing games. I would think that I should serve as a better role model than that, sorry. That sounds professional, I believe. The real answer is that I would have broke one out if the security cracking program didn't cause immense lag. I have an idea. Why don't you play some music for me while we wait? Or we could just sit here in silence and wait. I like that idea. You don't have to play if you don't want to play. It's okay. So much for that approach. I think I'm going to try playing my soundtrack of flute music and see if she'll play along next time. I know I'm being a bother, but I want to hear it live. Over the whir of the machines, I can hear faint muttering. I glance over at Zuri and see her lips moving ever so slightly. If you want to tell me to shut up, feel free. The lab is the one place where rank holds no place. You think I'm worried, right? I am. I think I am. You are what you think you are. Wait, is that why you won't play for me? You can't be seriously thinking that. I think a good workout is exactly what I need right now. My coach would be so disappointed in how much I've been slacking. I'm not that stupid. You are what you think you are. So I'm a slacker. Do you think I'm a real warrior? I've played more computer games than you know exist and barely passed my fitness test. Eh? No rank here. Tell me the truth. I don't think you are. Scholars aren't warriors. They are weaklings. But you seem like a real smart scholar and I like you as a friend. I'm glad you think so. I'll go as well. However, I also think you are completely and utterly wrong. I'm a real warrior.
Ah, then let's spar. I need to practice my stances.
Nope, you'd have me sprawled out over the floor. I'd rather not have to do my work later with a potentially broken bone.
But you said you were a warrior.
I just fight a different type of battle than you do.
I don't get you. Your scholars are all the same, trying to confuse me.
Maybe you're just not trying hard enough to understand. A glowing green light catches my attention. I flick the transfer switch and sit down in my computer chair. Sorry, Zuri, the rest of my live lesson is going to have to wait until later.
It's ready. Is there anything I can do to help?
Let me concentrate. I'll show you how to be a warrior in the digital age.
That's not a real fight.
It never is when I'm involved. Transfer complete. The program reports that I have acquired all files from the datapad. The most boring and exciting part of my investigation begins. One by one, I have to sort through each one of the files until I find something that is of use. People might call this an invasion of privacy, but I like to think of it as getting the mission done.
Whoever owned this plate, candy shop too.
Focus, Siri.
Sorry.
The first thing to check is the personal documents. If there is one place I am going to jackpot, it is in these incriminating records. Here I come. Minutes tick by as I flip through each of the 20 massive files in the documents folder. Occasionally I throw a non-suspect one to Zuri to keep her distracted. My excitement dwindles with each passing one. Most of them are standard issue textbooks. I even recognize a few of them from my schooling days. There isn't even a general theme. I've got an ancient civilization book on one side and a fantasy book about dragons on the other. I pass the dragon one to Zuri, who dives right into it. Whoever owned this didn't keep records or journal entries. The only written documents I can find are for a basic composition course. I found the Dame undergraduate's datapad. Damn it, worthless.
If I could breathe fire and smash stuff with my massive talons, it would be so cool.
Didn't you smash things at the site according to Sol? Would you want to do more of that?
You're no fun.
If you were 20 feet high, we wouldn't be able to fit you in the ship either.
Can't you let me have my dream of being a super powerful beast of legends?
I'm just curious why you would want that. You seem to be powerful enough as you are.
Nobody would dare fight me if I was such a menacing monster. Protecting people would be easy.
Dragons protect the god, not people. The mindless drivel coming out of my mouth is only stalling the onset of fear. Some young student's notes on a curse I once thought isn't going to solve this. Let's end the episode here, and hopefully she will find something on the database. Hope you enjoyed and see you in the next one. Bye.